Hi, everybody. I'm Brittany Lewis, a breaking news reporter here at Forbes. Joining me now is Forbes senior contributor Jamie Carter. Jamie, thanks for joining me.
No problem.
Some will see the Ring of Fire solar eclipse on Saturday, October 14th. Before we dive right into it, can you explain what that is?
Yeah, so this is an annular solar eclipse, which basically means it's a partial solar eclipse, but people standing in a very specific place within a path across the western US will see a ring around the moon. It's still a partial eclipse, so you still have to wear solar eclipse glasses the whole time, just as everyone in the US will have to do to see this. But if you're in that special place, you do get to see a ring, which is very rare.
Let's break this down. Where's the special place that you're able to see this Ring of Fire eclipse?
So this is the path that's about 125 miles wide, and it goes from the coast of Oregon all the way across the southwest, exiting the US at Texas at the coast. So if you're within that path, you can see the ring. If you're either side of it, you'll still see a big partial eclipse, but you won't see the ring.
I remember the eclipse back in 2017, how if you were on that path, you had a perfect view, but other people maybe further away didn't see it as well. I was in New York, I could only see it partially. Will that be the case? Will the people of New York or random other states not in this path see it at all?
They will. In fact, what you saw from New York in 2017 will be almost identical to what you will see on October the 14th. This is a Saturday, so everyone can see it. It's in the morning as well. I think from New York, you should be able to see something like a 30% eclipse. So it won't be quite as big as what you saw in 2017, but very similar.
And how rare are these Ring of Fire solar eclipses compared to, let's say, a total solar eclipse?
They're just as rare to occur in one place. The last one in the US was in 2012. That was also in the southwestern states. The next one is in the 2030s, so they come around about every 10 or 20 years.
And what's the best weather to see it?
As with any solar eclipse, you need clear skies, otherwise you will not see anything at all. So that's the biggest factor in determining where you should be for this eclipse. Even if it means just traveling a few miles away to a clear sky, you can use satellite radar maps these days to try and find a gap in the clouds if you have to. But that's what you need to do if you're going to see anything.
I want to talk about a quote that you included in your piece, and if you could explain that for us a bit. Climate is what you expect, weather is what you get, is a mantra for all eclipse chasers. Can you explain the difference here?
Yes, eclipse chasers do say that a lot because they spend a lot of time trying to find the ideal plan A. So perhaps for this eclipse, probably the best plan A is to go somewhere like New Mexico or Nevada or Utah, where clear skies in October are very likely. However, the weather on the day could be anything. You could find that the coast of Texas or Oregon, which science tells us will probably be fairly cloudy, on the day they could be beautiful clear skies, and perhaps New Mexico will have cloud. We just don't know. So you have to be prepared to change your plans according to weather at the last minute.
Aside for changing your plans in accordance to weather, do you have any other tips for your everyday eclipse viewer or maybe even people who are traveling to see this?
Well, the most important thing is safety. This is a partial eclipse, essentially, so you must wear solar eclipse glasses at all times. You cannot look at this at all with the naked eye. It's too dangerous. So you must make sure you have solar eclipse glasses.
Great. And how long does this last? Is it just a few moments or will it be the entire morning?
So from across the US, the moon will appear to cross the sun for a few hours. I think it's about 3 hours in total it will take to cross, especially from that central path. But within that path only, where you see the ring of fire, that will last for up to 4 minutes, 52 seconds, I think it is in Texas. It changes exactly where you are within the path. The further you are towards the center of that path, the longer that ring of fire will last. but anywhere within that path will get you a view for a few minutes of the ring.
And do you know what time about in the morning?
Again, it depends where you are. If you're on the coast of Oregon, it's first thing in the morning. If you're in Texas, it's more of a lunchtime sight.
I also now want to pivot. You wrote for Forbes about a possible sign of life found on a planet 120 light years away. This really piqued my interest. Can you elaborate a bit for us?
Yeah, so this comes from the James Webb Space Telescope, which is looking at the atmospheres of exoplanets, planets that go around other stars in other star systems, but within the Milky Way. And it's found this molecule in the atmosphere of a planet called K2-18b, which is kind of they call it a sub-Neptune planet, or maybe a super Earth, which means it's basically a lot bigger than Earth, but not as big as Jupiter. They found this molecule they call it DMS. It's a byproduct of phytoplankton on Earth. So they're thinking perhaps it's a sign of life on this planet, but they don't know that for sure. And it's very difficult to find out any more information. But at the moment, it's an exciting development for sure.
That's very exciting. And for those of us who aren't familiar with the distance here, can you give us some sort of clue of how far away 120 light years is?
Well, 120 light years is literally the distance that light can travel. So it would take 120 years for that light to come into the James Webb Telescope. So it's literally looking at light that's 120 years old. So that's light speed. It's an incredibly long way away.
Because this is so far away, what are the implications here? I know you said you were excited about it, but what does this mean?
This basically means the James Webb Telescope is able to see these molecules, and 120 light years is a long way, but there are exoplanets a lot closer to us. For instance, one of the closest stars to us is Sirius, which is only just under 5 light years away. So if the James Webb Telescope can find these molecules in much closer planets, that would be even more exciting. Not that we can travel to those either for now, but at least they're in our neighborhood.
Jamie Carter, thank you so much.
Thank you.